Up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Attack on Titan chapter 88. So last chapter, a lot of shit went down. So basically what was going on was the Marley was trying to find out who Ao was. And they did any means necessary. They were pulling fingernails and shit. And it kind of reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul in a way. And this part of Attack on Titan, like that, and like when you see them getting eaten by the Titans, is why Attack on Titan is one of the most disturbing mangas I've ever read. And it turns out, and I said this last video, that this seems like it's something out of, you know, Nazi Germany, that this, especially the dialogue that was being said about only if you weren't an Eldion. You Eldions are going to cause disease and shit. But I was re-looking at chapter 87 because I wanted to make sure I was ready for this and refresh myself for this chapter. There was one thing that stuck out to me in particular, and it was in regard to It was when they were saying that they were resurrectionists. And the Eldions that were being tortured and shit and that were getting turned to Titans were resurrectionists. I still have a feeling those resurrectionists are in connection. There's got to be a connection between them and the Titan worshippers that are in Attack on Titan Before the Fall, which takes place 100 years before Attack on Titan. So another reason why I got to bring that up is because we got to figure out the lifespan of these Titans to boot. But anyway, I got a feeling the Titan worshippers have something to do, are related to this, as well as the fact, again, how long do these Titans live? Especially since they can't go back into their human state, because we all know the conditions for them going back into their human state. But like, I loved at the end of the chapter, we got out, and he revealed himself, and I loved that he infiltrated the Marley. I thought that was fucking awesome. And I loved what Grisha was saying. He was saying, your history is a lie and all this shit. And I was like, God, this is something I bet people were trying to say to the Nazis. Oh my God. And then the other thing that I want to bring up too before I go into this, and I'm sorry this intro's a little long, or this recap I should say, is that we have Eren and Mikasa in jail, and Armin's like out, little baby is outside wearing a blanket, and also Eren like is waking up from a nightmare to boot. So like this is all going on in Eren's memories. I'm wondering if like reading the journal triggered the serum. Hopefully we find out what the fuck happened and how the hell they got there, because the last time we saw them they were in the basement. So anyway, without further ado, now let's get to this chapter of Attack on Titan. So around the time the authority soldiers ran out of ammunition, the Owl, now a Titan, crushed their steamships into dust, which he spread across the ocean. Go Owl! It didn't take much longer before all its soldiers were turned into what looked like squeezed and discarded fruit, then thrown into the ocean as well. I'll need to explain to you what the ocean is, and this chapter is called The Attack Continues. The ocean is a gigantic body of salt water that occupies 70% of this planet's surface, and that which has form will disappear, and only that with none will continue. This cover is beautiful. For this chapter, it's beautiful. Okay, anyway. The steamships the Marley's public security authorities used to take us here, and everything those soldiers carried, every trace that they ever existed here on this island, had vanished, engulfed in the ocean. Oh shit, you have to wonder, could this be related to Atlantis? They're not as advanced as Atlantis is in the legends, but could be inspiration for Atlantis. Why not? Just a thought. Fuck. And look at Grisha. Grisha is still a Titan, and then you have the Owl. The Owl can control his form to boot, which is really cool. And now we're probably going to learn how Grisha is able to transform. So, anything you want to ask me? I don't know. Where do I even start? Sorry, but I don't have that kind of time. Owl, who are you? My name is Eren Crook. Oh my God, his name is Eren! Oh my God, his name is Eren. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit, his name is Eren. What the fuck? As I just showed you I hold the power of one of the 9 titans within me. In other words, I am one of the subjects of Ymir, just like you. Oh my fucking god, I can't believe his name is Aaron. That's who Aaron's named after. He is named after Owl, which is also a type of ghoul, and a type of badass ghoul, by the way. I have to mention that because I'm being a nerd. So you pretended to be a Marleyan in order to infiltrate the authorities? But then what about their blood tests? You only need a single cooperative doctor to deal with that. Very, very, very true. He too was the subject of Ymir. Ooh, he was? Oh my god. He was a subject of Ymir. He had falsified his own medical records to pose as a Marleyan. Oh my god. Doctors make good spies. They have the appropriate education and social standing. Yes, they do. And it definitely reminds me, I'm telling you, go read The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. The shit is totally out there. They have the appropriate education and social standing, and they have the knowledge needed to study chemistry. Honestly, you did a good job. You led the Restorationists at a young age, and you had a child with Dina Fritz. Your plot to make Zeke into a Marley soldier, it was a realistic plan considering the support you would have had from me. But in the end, the results were just as lamented, weren't they? Yes, I was a terrible father, a terrible husband, and a terrible man. So why am I the only one left standing here as a human? Dina, she was a subject of Ymir with royal blood. She was special. She can make full use of the power of the Titans. Wasn't it obvious? Even our Eldion children know that from their Marley history textbooks. If you hadn't surpassed that fact at the very least, Dina wouldn't have had to come here and be turned into a mindless monster. You were right. Answer me, Ow! Why am I the only one you kept alive? Oh my god, Grisha, you are I see where Aaron gets this from. Aaron definitely gets this from his papa. Gets this from his papa. Stop it. Think of your fingers. Thanks for the consideration, though you don't seem to be quite as concerned when it comes to snipping people's fingers off. Tell me, couldn't you have stopped them from having to become Titans if you had gone on a rampage with that Titan earlier? Tell me, why didn't you do anything? What purpose did it serve turning the Eldion Restorationists into Titans? That's a good question. Hey, what's wrong? You've been looking pale for a bit now. Not just our compatriots. I cut off the fingers of thousands of subjects of Ymir. Thousands. I took them here and turned them into Titans, women and children too. I believe I did it all to serve Eldia. Well, and I understand where Owl's coming from, because if you think about it, it's better than them being dead. Like, look, think about what because this is referenced to World War II. Think about what happened with the Jews. 6 million of us, over 6 million of us were killed. You can't get those lives back, but if they're Titans, they're probably, like, their human side is still alive. It's just trapped and suppressed. But considering how many years have gone by now, it kind of might be like in a Kame ga Kira situation where they're fused. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, show me. Yes, I know. I'm short on time. Grisha, I'm entrusting you with my final mission. You and not anyone else. Oh my god. Okay. This is getting really exciting. So that day when we first met, if I hadn't called out to you and stopped you, you may have been able to save your sister. I think it's been more likely that I would have been killed alongside her. It puts me at ease to know you think that, but in any case, if that had never happened, you probably would have never hated Marley as much as you do now. And that's why you picked me? It's part of it. You know what this kind of reminds me of? I don't know if you nerdigans have been reading Attack on Titan, Birth of Levi. I just caught up with it yesterday. There's only like 8 chapters of it right now, and I hope we get a new chapter soon. But this really reminds me of how Erwin ended up picking Levi to join the Survey Corps. It was a sneaky-ass plan, too. I'm not going to spoil it too much because you nerdigans need to go read it. But it really reminds, the way that Owl is entrusting his mission to Grisha, it really is reminding me of how Erwin's entrusting his final mission, as we saw a few chapters earlier, or I don't know how many chapters ago now, it feels like forever, but a few chapters earlier, to Levi. So, and into a sense to Armin too. But anyway, an enemy state, your father, yourself, All the hatred I saw in your eyes seemed enough to reduce this whole world to ash. I was once that way too. The remnants of the royal family that stayed on the continent formed a revolutionary army, and my father had joined, but the army wasn't able to do a thing. All of them, including their families, were burned alive. Oh my God. That's fucking awful. As a child, all I could do was watch from a crack in the closet as it happened. I was too scared to do anything. My father's friends saved me just before my home burned down after that. I swore to get revenge on Marley and to restore Eldia, but what that really involved was taking fingers from the hands of the compatriots I needed to be protecting, at times even skinning them. Oh my God, that is just making me nauseous just thinking about that. And this is why Attack on Titan is continuing to be like, Attack on Titan is like the third most disturbing manga I've ever read. It is. That's not saying, but that's saying a lot, because I've read a lot of manga, and there's like basically 3 manga that I think are fucking disturbing, and Attack on Titan is third. Anyway, then kicking them down from here as I turn them into Titans. My full devotion to that is what kept my identity from being revealed until today. Maybe I'm still the same as then. I'm just looking out into the world from a crack in a closet door. Tell me, Owl, what is this mission that you've left me? Enter into the walls and take back the founding Titan. Use the power of the Titan you will inherit from me. What? Wait. I'm going to read that again. Enter into the walls and take back the founding Titan. Oh my God. Who the fuck is the founding Titan? Using the power of the Titan you will inherit from me. What? Then that means you'll become a Titan and I'll be eaten by you. Aaron, Grisha, I understand why you named Aaron after Owl. I definitely do. I understand. It's impossible to reach the wall without the power of the Titans, and do the same to take the power of the founding Titan from its owner. Why don't you do it? I haven't told you everything I know, because my goal was to raise the morale of the restorationists. Whoever inherits the power of the 9 Titans will die in 13 years. And I inherited it 13 years ago. Wait a second. If you had known that, you surely would have hesitated when it came to plans of having Zeke or Dina inherit the founding Titan's power. The Owl called it the Curse of Ymir. Oh my God. It's because they say Ymir, the originator, died 13 years after first awakening to her powers. No one can power that is greater than hers. So when you approach that time, your body begins to weaken as the vessel finishes serving its purpose. And now we're back to Aaron explaining everything, and it explains why Owl was looking so weak, and you see him graying and shit. And I wonder if it has to do with how, like, when Akame ga Kiru, remember when, for those that have read it, Akame ga Kiru, sorry I'm spoiling it for you, but you gotta deal with it. Remember how many times Tatsumi used Incursio and infused with him and used it so much that he ended up becoming Incursio, and until what happened this last chapter, Tatsumi was actually going to be, his soul was going to be destroyed by Incursio. That's what, I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. And I feel like if Owl would have transformed, once Owl transformed into the Titan the last time for Grisha to eat, I think he would have become completely fused and he wouldn't have been able to return to form, because that would make the most sense. And this was another memory that matched up with your dad's notes, right? Yeah. Oh, there's my baby! It's my baby! I'm sorry, I love Armin. He's my man. He's going to be my manga man. I swear to God, if Armin becomes a badass again throughout the rest of this manga, I will be so happy. I will be so happy. Okay. And when you consider that the Reese family aim to have a succession every 13 years too, that seems to confirm it. So I have 13 years, and Aaron, I have 8 years left or even less. No! My baby Wait, I'm doing the math in my head. It's been 5 years? Shit! It doesn't feel like 5 years in this manga, but damn. No. It has to be wrong. It's wrong. If someone who holds the power of one of the 9 titans dies without anyone inheriting that power, then the power of that titan is then suddenly inherited by a baby belonging to the subjects of Ymir. Distance plays no factor in this at all, and neither do blood relations. So you can't help but think that maybe the subjects of Ymir are all connected by something invisible. One successor said they saw pass invisible to the eyes. Armin's the successor! Armin's the successor! I'm calling it now! Armin's the successor, because that's what, remember what happened 2 chapters ago? Like when Armin was waking up and he saw, like, when that vision he saw? That's what it was! Oh my god! Okay, sorry, I'm really, like, surprised right now. So the bloods and bones that formed a titan were sent to them through those paths. At times, memories and some outside will come to them through paths as well. Hold on a second, what did they say? Hold on. So this means that Armin has got to be a subject of Ymir. Armin has to be a subject of Ymir. And you have to wonder if, because I'm trying to think who he would be. If Armin's a subject of Ymir, then that would mean he would be a descendant from Zeke, if you think about it. But there was another, but there's also another Eldion that was there that we thought that Armin could have came from too. But that would be so trippy if Armin is a descendant from Zeke. That would be fucking trippy as hell. But anyway, I want to know your thoughts on that. Anyway, let's get back to this. The blood and bones that formed a titan were sent to them through those paths. At times, memories and some outside will come to them through the paths as well. Here we go. And all of those paths cross at a single coordinate. In other words, that is the founding titan. Oh my god. And you know what? It makes a lot of sense for, now that I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking about it, it makes sense for Armin to be a descendant of Ymir, because he wants to go outside the wall and he wants to see the ocean, and you know what's in the ocean over there? The Kingdom of Eldion. Yeah! I figured it out! Also, I'm probably going to mention this at the end of the video. If you Nerdigans want me to do an Attack on Titan Q&A, or like an Attack on Titan, Nerdigan discussion with you guys, manga Nerdigan discussion with you guys, I will definitely do it with you guys this weekend, because damn, this manga definitely deserves it. All titans, all subjects of Ymir are connected to that coordinate through paths that transcend physical space. That's what my baby saw! That is the most recent opinion given by the Marley government's Titan Chemistry Research Society. So you're saying that magic exists? Of course magic fucking exists, damn it! And that our ancestor Ymir was a witch all along, so which is it? Under Marley rule, she was a pawn of the devil. During the Eldian Empire's rule, she was a god-given miracle. Were all these historical documents you sent us nothing more than fuel for our morale too? So then what is the truth? What is our real history? Oh man, I gotta say, you can kind of relate to this to what's going on now with the media. We don't know what the fucking truth is, but unlike Grisha, most of the American people don't give a flying fuck. They want to be spoon-fed everything. Grisha is actually wants to do his due diligence. Our ancestor Ymir was a girl who came in contact with the source of all organic material. There are some who say that too. Huh? There's no such thing as truth in this world. That is our reality. Anyone can become a god or a devil. All it takes is for someone to claim that to be the truth. Owl, you are preaching. You are preaching. 1,700 years of ethnic cleansing? If that were true, there wouldn't be a strand of Marleyan hair left on this planet. Our ancestor Ymir brought us nothing but wealth with the power of the Titans. Wait, nothing but wealth with the power of the Titans? That doesn't sound like any human I've ever heard of. And if this is true, again, this is thanks to the Nazi inspiration. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see. I heard that Dina was part of the royal bloodline from you too? From you too? Was that another one of your truths? So that's why you abandoned her? Unfortunately, It's a fact that Dina was of royal blood. She was probably the one thing the Revolutionary Army didn't have taken from them. So then why? Because she was of royal blood. There was no way I could let her fall into our enemy's hands. Zeke would surely tell Marley everything. It would only be a matter of time before they realized that what he was saying was more than a child's babble. Even so, would it have been better for her to be forced to spend the rest of her life bearing children for an enemy nation until the day she died? Honestly, being turned into a man-eating monster might be preferable to that. Not that I asked her, of course. But if you think about it, he's actually right. He is. Because you know how these dictators are. And if you were reading Red Sprite before it fucking got canceled, it was the same kind of thing. But seeing her in those last moments, I made the right choice. At least I think I did. Like, this is so Aaron. Like, oh my god, this is so our Aaron. Because Aaron's exactly like that too. And to an extent, Levi is too. Still, it was entirely because I wasn't strong enough that I wasn't able to save our brothers and sisters. Only one person can reach the wall from here. The one person with the power of the Titans within them. I did my job. Now do yours. Now you do yours. To be honest, I don't think I'm fit for the job. Didn't I just destroy the Aldea Successionists and organization you created? You're going to do it. Look at that. The man who delighted in feeding my sister to dogs was just eaten alive by a Titan. Karma's a bitch, motherfucker. There's no better revenge that I could have gotten than this. You asked me if I found it fun? No, I didn't. I couldn't bear to hear the repulsive screams he made as he died in an agonizing death. I felt the same way when you were crushing your own men in your hands. I was just frightened. I haven't changed at all. Losing my brothers and sisters, losing my wife and son, the pain of having my fingers cut off. Oh my god, that's so gross. I can't look at that panel anymore. If I knew this was the price to pay for freedom, I never would have paid for it. I'm sorry, but you've made a terrible miscalculation. I apologize. I can't hate anything anymore. Your father was a smart man. Yes, your father, the man who smiled and nodded at authorities, even though they barely lifted a finger after his own daughter was killed. He was thinking of not how to lose any more of his family. He was desperate to make sure you stayed off the wrong path. But not only did his son not learn a thing from him, he even shipped his own wife and son straight to hell. Oh, and you know what? Grisha did it again with Aaron. What's it? What are you trying to say? Stand. Fight. Didn't I tell you, Grisha Jaeger? I'm short on time. There's still information I haven't told you yet. You're supposed to leave with that? You need to make a vow to me first, that you will fight again to restore Aldea's freedom and dignity, and that you will put your life on the line for it. If you'll fight, then stand. I can't. Look, I brought this from your home. I can't look. Oh my god, this is heartbreaking. No will to look, no will to stand, no will to fight. This is like how the refugees were after the Holocaust. They had no will because of everything they went through. But they persevered through it. Do you have no balls either? Have you been castrated by Marley? It's pointless to try to make me recall my hatred. All I have left are my sins. That's enough. The main reason I chose you wasn't because you hated Marley far more than any other. It's because you went past the wall that day. If you had never gone outside together with your sister, you would have inherited your father's clinic. You would have never met Dina, and Zeke never would have been born. Your little sister would have been an adult by now, probably married. Perhaps she would have been a mother. But you went past the wall. We sought freedom, and our brothers and sisters paid the price for it. There's only one way to pay them back. From the first day I kicked my countrymen off from this place, from the day you brought your sister outside the wall. Those actions will follow us until they're repaid. Even if we die, even after we die. You began this story, didn't you? Oh my god. Each of the 9 Titans has a name, and that includes the one you're about to inherit from me. No matter the age, this Titan has always moved ahead seeking freedom. It has fought on for freedom. Its name is the Attack Titan. Oh my god! Okay. Now we know why it's called Attack on Titan. It's a story that must not be stopped. Oh my fucking god. my god, I have like literally, I have goosebumps from this chapter. This chapter was amazing. I can't believe this shit. I'm telling you, Armin is of royal blood. I'm telling you, Armin is a fucking royal motherfucking blood. And if Zeke survived, I'm telling you, he might be a descendant of Zeke. That's the only way I could think of. He's a descendant of royal blood. Either that, or there's got to be another source of Titans, because these can't be like, you know how how in most post-apocalyptic based fiction, there's never just like one set of a certain population left. That's a very rare thing for humanity. Like, look at Jews. We're scattered everywhere. we are scattered everywhere, and then we're coming home to Israel. I feel like this is what this is leading to. It's like, oh my god, it's like an Aliyah. For those that don't know what an Aliyah is, I'll give you a basic thing. You guys should look it up though. What an Aliyah is basically, there's a couple terms for it, but the main thing for an Aliyah is when a Jew goes back to Israel and visits Israel, to our homeland. And I feel like this is what is going on here. And I feel like, again, the reason that Armin wants to see the ocean so bad, because remember, he keeps talking about the ocean, is because of their homeland. And also, keep in mind, Eren is part Titan as well, is Grisha's son, biological son, as far as we know. We don't know who the mother is, unless, or no, we know who the mother is, duh. The mother is human, unless his mother is, somehow he found an Eldion, somehow randomly found an Eldion, which is definitely possible. But, and he could be a full-on Eldion. Eren can either be a full-on Eldion or he's half Eldion. But I got a feeling that Armin, my little baby here, is full-on Eldion, and he's of royal blood. It just completely makes sense. But anyway, Nerdigans, I know this video is really long, but I gotta give you these explanations while I'm going with it. And I have to wonder, because it says 13 years. But that would not make sense with Attack on Titan before the fall. It just would not fit into the, like, because I don't remember how many years it said before he went to the wall. But if it's like, we got to figure out, this is something we need to get more information on. And I think we actually might get more information on in the next couple of chapters. Because if we see, and this is what I'm hoping we'll see in his father's journal of when he went to the wall, or when he first went to the wall and how he first met Eren's mother and all that shit, if we get to see that, then what I'm hoping for is he'll run into our characters, our main cast, from Attack on Titan before the fall. Because then if that happens, like, you know, before he meets Eren's mother, obviously, because obviously Eren's mother, unless she's an Eldion, for all we know, that would make that just honestly would make the most sense to me. But the thing is, like, we gotta figure out this timeline. Otherwise, things are just gonna be thrown out of whack, and shit's not gonna make sense. Unless as I mentioned previously, and I think this might be the case. There might be, because remember, Owl said there are more Titans. That there's 8 other Titans of this type. So there's got to be more Titans go around the world, obviously, and just besides from Marley. And maybe in the case of Grisha's case, it takes place. Let's see, it's 13 years. Well, I'll give a good estimate about like maybe 13, 20 years before our timeline. I'll just give a good guess. If before our main story, because if that's the case, because we did get clarification from Owl that there's still more of them. It's not just Marley. There's still more Titans. And hopefully we're going to see them too. And I think Armin's going to be the one to lead us there. Because Armin can see the path. Because Armin has the royal blood. And that's like the only thing I can think of that would fit this. But I'm curious what you Nerdigans think about that. Like, how do you, especially you Nerdigans that have been reading Attack on Titan before the fall, where do you think in the timeline this fits? Also, do you think we're going to see I know we're going to see the other Titans, obviously. And we got to determine, like, who the other, because, you know, they said it's every 13 years. So we got to determine who the descendants are, or the inheritors are. And we obviously know Amir's one of them. My little baby Armin is definitely one of them. I don't know. You know, we don't know if Armin is an inheritor of the Attack Titan or not. We don't know. Because we don't know if by some means if Grisha found the other Titans or not. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of chapters. If you guys want me to do an Attack on Titan Manga Nerdigan discussion, like a live discussion with you guys, I definitely would love to do one this Saturday. Please put it in the comment section. Actually, this Saturday is kind of bad for me because I have finals. It would have, if I didn't do one this Saturday, if I didn't get all my shit done for finals, I would say, let's see, because I know a lot of people watch this video, so I'm going to give you guys a good date here. How about we shoot for, you know what? How about we shoot for December 17th? That would be a good day. So how about this? If you guys want to do a Q&A, I'm thinking about doing one for Attack, or not just a Q&A, just a discussion of what's happened, because there's a lot to talk about, because I want to know your thoughts on this. Please, definitely put it in the comment section. Make sure you guys are donating to the Nerdigans Inc. Patreon. And also, while we're doing this discussion, I could actually, what I might do is I might be streaming I'll probably stream a game that I got recently, which I have Star Ocean, I have World of Final Fantasy, and I have Xenoverse 2, leaning towards the World of Final Fantasy. I almost got Attack on Titan, but it was just too expensive. Unless someone wants to donate their copy of Attack on Titan, then I could play stream Attack on Titan while doing this discussion. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know your theories, especially, and what you think about this whole situation. And if you agree with me that Armin is the true blood. And what other Titans do you think there are, and who do you think the main Titan is? Because that's the key thing, is who is the original Titan? We don't know who it is yet. Unless it's Armin. If Armin ends up being the main Titan, I will fucking, just die. But I don't think it's going to be Armin, because that would be really fucked up. If it's Eren, I will definitely die, but it's not Eren or Armin. We got to figure out where. It's definitely in the center city. And I'm telling you, we're going to see it in Attack on Titan before the fall. We are going to see it. Anyway. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a couple ways you can do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. Patreon, or you could purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. Both links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Make sure you follow my Twitch channel as well, because I could do the discussion on Twitch, but I think I'm going to do it here. Unless you Nerdigans want me to do it on Twitch, please let me know. And also friend me on PlayStation Network, and until next time, my fellow Nerdigans, maybe I'll do an update video to announce when I'm going to do for sure the Attack on Titan video. I just want to know if you guys want it. Or the discussion, I mean, live discussion. Anyway, until next time, my fellow Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!